once you can master your vices and you can overcome your 7 deadly sins, right? Then that's when you could raise your sacred secretion, black and gold, into Big Mama house, the upper queen's chamber, the queen mother seat. And the queen mother is the mother to the king. It's all about the awakening, but it's put in descriptive fairy tale terms. So we come to take them from the law, which is a fraud, into grace. Grace is gratitude on a universal level, but it's also a noble character, right? So the noble character comes from mastering your noble self, becoming what you aspire to be at your highest peak, Phoenix rising.
Okay, so are you saying that we don't necessarily have to go to the books for this information? We can go
No,
within?
everything in them books is already in you.
True that.
The books is the training wheels to bend your mind so it can't go back to where it was before you read the book. So now you got to fill it up with something to connect it to the truth that you already know.
Mm-hmm.
They call that the purification of the ego, and it requires certain disciplines.
Facts,
Wow.
facts. I want to encourage the family to please share the live. We appreciate you all for being here. We just hit the hour mark. Just so you know, brother, that we still got a lot to go. You know, I got nothing but time. But at any time, you know, if you do, I'm not sure how much of your time is available. But you know, but we will be going probably for about maybe 2.5 hours. The show usually goes about 2 3 hours. So at any given time, if you need a break,
Don't be lying to us.
And
please.
do you have a cash app?
Who?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got a Cash App, Rod?
yeah.
Hold
Put it
on.
on
Here,
there.
I'm gonna
So I
type
can
it in
buy
the
some more
comments so
time.
you can. I'm gonna type it in the comments so you can pin it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool. Yeah.
Can we buy some time? Right?
Can we buy some?
I don't sell nothing and I don't charge for nothing.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Appreciate
That's
that.
what's up.
But you know, I encourage everybody to please like. That doesn't cost you anything. Share, invite your friends. You know, because we're definitely going in. The brother is definitely going in with his knowledge. So if you are feeling in the give, it is Christmas. You were gonna buy something for, for whatever kid or for
Okay.
yourself or whatever. So in the case that you are feeling generous, the brother, like he says, he does everything for free. But donations are always appreciated. We love y'all. We thank y'all for your time, for everything that you guys do. So if you are interested in helping the brother out, please be sure to hit him up on his Cash App to show him some love. We also have the Cash App for the Empress herself, Salima Ellis. So make sure that if you like what the teacher is giving and providing, please show her some love. We also got Sister Denise Grant. We got her Cash App going as well. So if you like what she's doing, she's breaking it down. She's always ready for all the shows. She's my right hand woman. So I sometimes feel incomplete without her by my side. So it's always a good thing to have her here. And if you do want to, show some love for me, hit me up on Cash App as well. Money sign detached. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. But moving forward, we are going to go into the sacred secretion, and we appreciate everybody coming through. Salute to Taz, the chat, and the panel. Much love. Nature's music in the house. Peace and love. Glad to have you. Here. Greatly appreciate you. So I think Juan Maxwell said Rod lit. He be moving around. I've seen him on different channels. Gratitude. It's a good look. Yasini University is definitely family. We appreciate y'all. So make sure that you check us out on all our platforms. Check us out on all our platforms. And actually, I'm going to we are back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you. We appreciate y'all for sticking with us. Hope you like the presentation so far. We are going to get into the sacred secretion, and that's where we're gonna pick right back off. You want to continue reading, sis, or you want me to go ahead?
I
I,
can read.
Go
oh, yeah.
ahead, Sister Salima. Can you read first a little bit?
No problem. The sacred secretion. It finds this lowest form at the bottom of its journey in the sacrum, sacroplex, sacral plexus, or sacred place, or sacred place. This sacrum is composed of the bottom 5 vertebrae of the spine fused as one, and below is the coccyx. This secretion that has made its way down your spine and rested in the sacred place, Bethlehem, where the seed Christ is reborn, is the allegory story of Santa Claus and how he comes from the top of the chimney spine to bring gifts.
Facts, facts, facts. So when we're looking at this sacred secretion, it is in the at the bottom of the spine where it rests for 2.5 days. As it clearly says, that's the your sacred place, the sacroplex. You got to take care of it a lot, because if you were to like break it or fall on it, that's how you become paralyzed. You have no more movement. That is a very, very sensitive and sacred place. You Anybody else want to add something?
Yeah, it's a pump at that gland.
Yeah,
Right there in the sacrum.
facts.
And then on your medulla is also a pump. So they work in unison to raise the gold elixir, the sacred secretion, up the spine. And this is when I talked about the colostrum and the mother suckling the baby before she take him off the umbilical cord. The ones who get the chance to do that, the child get the colostrum in the brain, which is this sacred secretion. So those children grow up to have above average intelligence and above average intuition and above average social development.
So, Rod, it turns out that the mother can do a lot of things.
Yeah, see, the mother is the tree of life.
Okay. So, Dr. Blair said that it's the mother that determines the sex of the child.
Right, because she can override the Y chromosome
Right.
with progesterone and estrogen override is what it is.
So wouldn't it be in the best interest of anything carbon colored or copper colored to get in line with these mothers?
Well, the goal is to raise the matriarchy because we ain't go. This ain't nothing gonna get better until you put the women back where they belong.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Isn't it like a state of emergency? If the
We we,
mother is,
we already passed that.
we are
It
We in
was
DEFCON 5.
right.
it was state of emergency when we seen Columbus. We just didn't know it yet.
Damn.
It was state of emergency when Cortez pulled up, but we didn't know it yet.
Mhm.
It was a state of emergency when American Vespucci pulled up, but we didn't know it yet. It was a state of emergency when they claimed we crashed our landmass into the good ship Plymouth. But Plymouth Rock landed on us. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth is the good ship Mayflower, for those who don't know. And the reason why the imposters are still on the land, because they had a long 500-year litigation. Right? And the litigation was tied to what's known as the Great Bible Contract.
Damn.
So all they got to do is keep you stuck in the Bible, you still under contract.
Really? And all we got to do is like just, you know, keep manifesting. Not necessarily wait, but just be around. Just stick around.
Right. When y'all women start clicking up in the sisterhood, y'all can claim every city back using our rights. So look, in our culture, we matriarchal. Every neighborhood got a collection of mothers. Each neighborhood pick a mother spokesperson. And when every neighborhood is represented, y'all oust those artificial mayors. A mayor is a matriarch seat. That's why it's called the mayor seat. The female horse is a mare. Right? We use the animals as the symbols to show the position, and they undermine the matriarchy by putting the man there. Right? And so the women, once y'all, that's the automatic, what we call the de jure city council. When each neighborhood got a mother of the neighborhood that represent that neighborhood interests, y'all the aldermen. Then y'all go and y'all tell the mayor of the de facto corporation, we the mothers on the land have decided that we no longer need the service of any legal fictions to administer government. Once y'all put them on notice, they got 30 days to pack their shit and leave according to the law of the land. They operating under maritime and admiralty law as a legal fiction, imposing themselves as the government. Soon as y'all assert y'all original jurisdiction, they have to go and hand y'all the keys to the city.
Is there a reason that we haven't?
Because we don't remember our culture.
Because the women don't know that they set the law and that the patriarch is there to enforce it. Whatever law we set, he's going to enforce. I was saying that during that live with the Bible breakdown. We don't know our own power. We don't know that we set law. That patriarch, when he leaves the home, he trusts us to enforce discipline and not ass whoopings, real discipline and law into that child.
Yes.
Because not only is that child representing us, we represent that child.
So share this video.
The patriarch want the law fulfilled, but we as the matriarch are still not in our right place. We reading the wrong shit. We following the wrong people. This feminism bullshit. This whatever this is, the distractions that they got for us.
Feminism is the other side of the patriarchal oppression coin. It gives the women feminism so they won't raise a matriarchy.
So y'all already on how you look instead of how you think.
Right. Y'all already got the power. Y'all just haven't been using it in so long. It's like an old arm that ain't been used. That motherfucker shrivel up. So it's an atrophy muscle in the community for the women to assert their jurisdiction. The most feared thing that this society have right now is that our people remember that we didn't come on ships. We was already here operating under a matriarchal form of government.
Yes.
And once they realize that part, the women can say, hold up, wait a minute. If we under a matriarchy, that means the general consensus of women to change the government is the law of the land. So let me connect with my sisters and say, Big Mama, what you want to do?
And you can't find any or what?
They already doing it. That's just moving in slow motion because it's not in the immediate conscious of the collective psyche.
Okay, well, do y'all need help?
No, do y'all need help? That's y'all job.
We need the help.
Your job is to form the sisterhood to reclaim the land. My job is to tell y'all exactly what the law is that's already applied, that's applicable.
Right. And you said all that's going on. So I'm saying, are you good? You need more help or
Do you need help?
no, I
Right.
want to apply.
Right.
Exactly.
But
For
the
this.
question ain't, do I need help? I'm the one telling y'all
Right. You're
how to
gonna
get the
say the
power back.
matriarch. Yes, we need help then.
Yeah. So I'm telling y'all the solution to the problem in real time.
Oh shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Every city, by consensus of mothers, you got to have neighborhoods, got to be represented in every household. And then they will elect among themselves the neighborhood representative to go to downtown of the local city.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
And when y'all say by general consensus of the women of the community, we no longer have any need of you to administer government, you can fold your legal fiction for non-performance. I already proved the non-performance part. I
Right.
already proved they was over here under the color of law in a de facto capacity. That's not even for debate. The only thing now is when y'all ready to start taking y'all power back, all y'all got to do is start clicking the sisters up. The mothers in the community is the power wielders. Y'all the matriarchs. So when y'all take y'all little neighborhood back, every neighborhood y'all take back is one step closer to taking the city back. Go to all of the churches, get the church mothers to get the mothers in the church to join forces. Take y'all shit back.
Yeah.
They didn't have long enough to come over here. They did everything they could to destroy us. They done robbed us. They done stole from us. They done raped us, our kids, our grandkids. They done raped our grandmamas and our great grandmamas. They done murdered the chiefs, the princes. They done locked up the elders that's supposed to be putting this shit back in order, so we won't get put back in order. All so they did all the damage they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
The law of the land is when the mothers of the land, the matriarchs,
Yeah.
start exercising their power, there's nobody to stop you.
Yeah.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, for the sake of moving forward, because we're gonna speak on the same thing over again. I'm gonna get out with the. Did you wanted to add something, Sister Yasini?
Oh no, I'm good. He answered my questions, all of
Okay. Cool, 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 cool. If nobody else, Alima or nobody else want to add something, I am gonna get to the next
them.
slide.
I'm taking the information and going, well, shit. If
Yeah,
all of this,
yeah.
if all of this is true, then shit.
Most definitely. So the anointing, right? So the anointing travels down the spine to reach the sacred place, where it shall rest for two days, and on the third day you shall ride back up to heaven, known as the land of milk and honey, the electrical pineal gland and magnetic pituitary secretions. In this land of milk and honey, your 144 hertz of knowledge will be collected, anointed, and amplified by 1,000. You will be liquid dated, all right? Because remember, we're talking about commerce, all right? We're talking about commerce, and we are the currency, all right? We are the currency. So once we understand that, we have to understand that we must liquidate all this debt that we're under, all right? So you will be liquidated of karmic death, due, and will no longer have to return to this frequency realm where we are enslaved into.
I agree with everything except for being enslaved. We ain't enslaved. We volunteered to go through this bullshit.
True. True.
Because most of us at this time is the ancient warriors are old that came back to close out the age
That's right.
by any means necessary. So
So
we using right now, we brain bangling with the application of the art of war. right? In order for the prince to ascend the throne as the great pretender.
Facts. You wanted to add something, Sister Yasini, or I'll move on to the next one.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
All right, all right.
Right.
I want to hit that up, Taz.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead, sis. Let us know.
You were about to read the second part.
The
144,000.
Yeah. You want to get on with that?
If you want to read it, you want me to read it? I can go ahead.
Because that's what I was gonna comment off of too.
Because that's gonna break down the 144,000 hertz and this whole story that we've heard about. Oh, only 144,000 are gonna be saved. It's a frequency.
Exactly.
It's a frequency, family. And if you ain't reaching the frequency, it might be 100% of the motherfuckers that don't get quote unquote saved. All right, but go ahead, sis. Let us know about the 144,000.
The 144,000. The book of Revelation is all about the 7 chakras. It mentions the number 7 55 times. 7 churches, 7 letters, 7 spirits, 7 lamps, 7 stars, 7 seals, 7 horns, 7 eyes, 7 angels, 7 trumpets, 7 heads, 7 crowns, 7 plagues, 7 bowls, 7 heels, 7 kings, 7 visions, etc. The number 144,000 in the book of Revelation is also in regards to the 7 chakras. When taken literally, it represents the exact number of souls that will ascend to God. In Kundalini Yoga, they teach that each of the 7 chakras is frequency of light energy that can easily get blocked by negative emotions, thoughts during the course of development. The symbol for the root chakra has 4 petals. Navel chakra has 6. Solar plex chakra has 10. Heart chakra has 12. And the throat chakra has 16, which equal 48. Now the third eye chakra is represented by the number 96, yet it only has 2 petals. This is because it is 2 times as powerful as the 5 lower chakras, which add up to 48. 2 times 48 equals 96. The crown chakra is said to be 1,000 times more powerful than the lower chakras, than the lower 6 chakras. So when you add up the lower 6 chakras, you get 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 16 plus 96 equal 144. When you times 144 times 1,000, 144,000. Hence, when you relieve yourself from karmic debt, self-judgment, you will emit the highest frequency of light and will no longer have to return to this realm of form.
Facts. Now I wanna before anybody else says anything, I wanna make sure that we somebody addresses the fact that it says at the very end, when you relieve yourself from karmic debt, quote in parentheses, self judgment. If you are self judging yourself, that means that you're here willingly and you're still here because of what you think of yourself and what it is, the judgment that you're placing upon yourself. But go ahead. Who wants to add value?
Okay, so there's a couple of things that I noticed. If you notice, there's a lot of 7s in there.
Facts.
Right? All of those 7s, everywhere you see a 7, you can insert the word master. And the master is a geometrist, a genealogist, a geologist of the sciences. So you're looking at all those 7s, you also looking at the symbol for the crooked man walking. All 7s flip to L's. All L's flip to 7, so it's a zigzag flip. Now the irony of it is in that description, there's probably as many L's in that description as it is 7s, but we just didn't notice it because we weren't paying attention. Mirror flipping. That's what that is. That's how we read the subconscious mind in order to draw out the misinformation from the accurate information by using those flip techniques of as above, so below, to use the Earth lens as a telescope, but also using the reverse lens as the microscope. When we're doing this, we're doing science, but we're telling it in written story format. It's also a Masonic code for 144,000, right? So when they say 144 thou seeing, that means one angel that was sent, right? So it's also a Masonic code. So it's a whole lot of more going on with all of this numerology than we are actually privy to knowing, because there's a lot of esoteric mysticism involved.
Facts. Facts. Anybody else wanted to add something to Yazini?
Yeah, they're currently using inner city sirens to hit those 5 lower chakras. Because first they came out with the video of Tamir Rice at the parks, remember? And then about 2017, 2018, it came out that they were using the sirens because all the cities have these sirens in them. You can hear them sometimes, but that loud noise is not the only pitch or frequency that they're on that they can emit. So they use that to herd people into certain places and into certain ideologies. Okay, so that's why they're talking about those are your 5 lowest chakras. So when you talk about sevens, what are the sins that they usually herd our people in when we're in these urban areas? You could usually schools, churches, the club. You know what I'm saying? You could count off 7. Easy. So we have to be aware that there is a mechanism in place right now because you're the soul of the city. And they have to move you a certain way so that they can stay in control. So they have to fuck with those chakras, and they use those sirens. I put it out on my page. If you go to Salima Ellis, there's a video of a young lady talking about how her grandfather hates the sound of the sirens. And we all do. It's for a reason. And see, and then they inverted that 7 patriarch, make it more phallic. Okay. So you have to be aware that these are the tricks that they use, and that this ain't just something that's in a Bible in a past story. This is the sigils actually telling you, look, this is what's going on back then and now. But it's the same game plan, but they just using different devices on us. They're using different mechanisms, forms of schisms on the mind, and they use it 7 different ways. The military, the police, the schools, like I said, the club. So these sirens are used to herd us in certain orders and to work. Work, believe it or not, is one of the lower chakras, because you can't see through that veil to know that it doesn't produce anything yet. But that was it basically. I think I was
Those are facts. Those are facts. Especially the part with the bells, how we ruled by them. You know, we Sis and I were speaking about that in word magic. So it was deep how we got into that subject. Now the reindeer. This is when we're gonna be.
Before you go, she mentioned something about the bells.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. So you remember Pavlovian response psychology?
Okay.
It was based on bells as a timer to trigger a response in the physiology.
Whoa, hold on. Repeat the name of that thing.
Pavlovian response. You can type it in. So Ivan Pavlov was a psychiatrist who did something called Pavlovian response therapy. He's responsible for the bells in the schools. The whistles at work became bells. Right? And in the penitentiary, they count you by the bell.
Right. Facts.
Right? So those are all Pavlovian response network systems. Right? Now the school is a Pavlovian response Skinner box. Skinner box was invented by B.F. Skinner, uh, practicing psychiatrist who used his own daughter as a tool of experimentation in the Skinner box for social and psychological condition to make her into a certain character type. So the schools using those two sciences is begin to develop drones through the system by dumbing them down and making them respond to the bells or the lower chakras in this case, based on what the sister was explaining. So as long as you operate in your lower chakras, your upper three chakras not being used, right? Because your heart chakra is inconsequential until your crown chakra active. So it's just spinning, doing nothing. Where your other three lower chakras, your lower base nature is running amok within the anatomy of the individual.
Mm.
It's also understanding the science behind the layout of the planets in the solar system. By understanding the chakras, you as within, so without, as above, so below. Right? So if we don't respect the sun and the moon, then how are we going to appreciate the stars?
Facts, facts. Did anybody else wanted to add something? My apologies.
I'm good. I'm taking notes.
All right, all right. So we're gonna get into the reindeer, and this is gonna take us to the attachment of why we need the children. All right. We're gonna start digging into the next couple of slides when we talk about reindeer. We're gonna talk about immaculate conception, and we're gonna talk about the kidneys. All right. In the next three slides, we're gonna learn the why of the need of children. All right. Because remember, we already creating this gift. All right, that we're putting underneath the tree. All right. All right, we already broke down the whole concept of the tree. So when it comes to reindeer, when we look at the word rain from reindeer, it's a French word that translates into kidney. And the German rein means chaste, pure, uncorrupted, virgin. All right. I need you guys to remember that. Rein means chaste, something pure, something that's not that has not been corrupted, as in with a virgin. All right. As related to the Dutch rein, which means chaste. Hence, they used to have before the chastity belts. All right. To be chaste means to abstain from unlawful sexual intercourse. And the story of the Virgin Mary, the moon, giving immaculate birth to Jesus, we already know that sus means a kind of a swine, is about all of us. We are the ones who remain chaste, pure, virgin, uncorrupted, because we are mentally consummating. There go them bells. Remember, we talked about this a few in parts two, almost at the end, about all these dingings and all these stingings. Brother Hayes just broke down the fact that just like we did in Word Magic paper PowerPoint, that we are ruled by bells, the schools, the work. Ding 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 ding, break time. Ding 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 ding, back to work. Ding 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 ding, time to go to gym. It's always some type of bell or a ting sound that we're hearing. All right. So we are all consummating or our relationships while believing our acts to be physical within this hologram matrix construct. All right. And I have the definition of chaste for those not aware of it, as well as the translation from French into English, where we do realize that rain means kidney. All right. It's a French word for kidney. All right. So you could literally say that reindeer could be the kidney of a deer, but the kidney of what? We're going to get into that in the next slide. Does anybody want to add something in this one? Hayes, Salima, Yassini. If not, I'll go to the on to the next one.
Yeah, you good for the next one?
Okay, cool. So That's where where the immaculate conception comes in. All right, because we are separated by our cocoons or our iPods, and only interact with each other through the electrical signals that the brain interprets as being physical. In this way, we all remain virgins, quote unquote, and every single birth is an immaculate conceived through the gamete intrafallopian tube transfer process, given as a Christmas gift from every human who chooses to conceive to the ET gods to grow us in their Garden of Eden or the Eden of Saturn. Now, this immaculate conception concept, it's already being presented as a reality. All right. And I have a link right here where I'm just gonna play out probably like a couple of give me 1 second while it loads up. Uh, Skip, and I'm gonna I want us to build on what this is the first farm. All right, the first. Why is it not letting? Oh, because I'm on. Oh my God, I forget that this thing does not. Hold on, family. Before we do anything, let me. My Google be acting retarded, so it be doing crazy stuff. But let me put it in another browser so I could because my Google for some reason is always preventing me to take out the
Okay, Taz, while you're doing that, I want to ask Rob Hayes a question.
go ahead, sis.
So, knowing what all you know about things, what do you have a preference on? I don't want to say like what what's the creator to you, if you don't mind.
That's
The
Big Mama.
creator. The creator.
That's Big Mama.
Okay, Big Mama created everything, or she?
We all in her uterus, so she ain't created it. She still get the credit.
Okay,
She's sure carrying a heck of a load.
We all in here. If you see what's called black in the sky, then the father's that's her uterine walls. That what they call dark matter,
damn.
the sacred noon, the primordial abyss of creation.
Okay,
Wasn't wasn't
so
nothing there until parthogenesis took place in the womb of the great Big Mama.
if you're gonna say dark matter, then I'm gonna say, what about antimatter? Then, is NASA lying about antimatter?
Antimatter is just another name for dark matter. It's the mirror opposite of matter, energetically speaking.
It's the true black mirror.
Hmm.
I was gonna say, because who would control it if
Right. So your love and light came out of triple darkness.
mhm.
That's why the light becomes the light of the world when you awaken the Kundalini within.
So this okay, so the story could still be a creation story, however, it's just with the a black woman instead of those tales that they made up. Is that what you're saying?
Everywhere that the woman was celebrated, they replaced her with a man. All of these stories has been turned into patriarchal glory stories to undermine the actual women who put the work in. Well, I want Layla Ali to be the greatest woman champion of all time, so I paint my picture and say that my name was Lali Ali.
Hmm.
And then I put all her information under my title. I ain't did shit. I'm just a thief. This is what all of the women of the world that were the guys of old were removed and replaced with, boy, they most of the time they just put a beard on them and they look like a man in drag.
That's what I always said about those Egyptian cartouches they were finding and stuff, talking about it was a man, it was a man. I was like, how you put his beard on backwards unless he wasn't even look. All of them men, they crazy. You know how they lie.
Yeah, everybody talking about the pharaohs had these temples and shit built. The pharaohs came, the males, the men who was the ruling kings, they didn't have shit built. They didn't authorize building projects. His wife did all that shit. She the one called in the architects, which back then was mostly women,
Damn. All that
right?
shit makes sense for real.
So
Mhm.
she called in her architects and started creating new designs. If you notice, since the designs of the Greek buildings, there has been no forward progress in designing of architecture. Everything is just reruns of what's already available. But when the women was being a creative architectural self, right, they were coming from under the different priesthoods, the Sekhmet, which they was learning combat, Bass, which they was learning um, community development, program development, Black Panther shit, right? They was coming out of their different respective clans, and they was learning all of that shit, experiencing each clan, and then they would go create something that had never been created before, and that's what the Mary Magdala is really Mary with the mandala, who had the mandala effect,
Oh
the
shit!
creative effect, bringing forth the creation from the womb.
Holy fucking shit!
Damn.
Wow. Okay. Well, you teaching. So now that we're talking about the womb, let's build on this,
Wow.
my brother. Tell me what you think about this lunacy right here. This called Ectolife. It's the first
This
real world first artificial womb facility. It turned the act of giving birth into something that you keep track on an app, on the phone.
That's that sick book coming into play. Women don't even have to push out a baby no more. You get to keep your body forever. You
Well,
breaking natural law left and right.
my theory on this is that after what they just did to us with the forced vacations that they gave to all these people, a lot of women's wombs will not be able to hold a baby no more. They are literally capitalizing on something that hasn't taken place yet. It will come a time that the womb will be so infected that, because the point is, to keep the woman under control, to keep her down at all times. So by making sure that you control reproduction, and now you're getting, in my opinion, family, there is no soul in somebody that's created in an artificial womb. That's just me. I don't care what DNA you put into that being, but this is what's gonna capitalize on the chaos that's gonna be caused by the upcoming downward spiral of the population of the world. Why? Because remember, before they broke down the what are those rocks called? Where it said that they had to keep the population under
the Georgia Guidestones.
the Georgia Guidestone before. That's why they broke them down, because they didn't want nothing. Okay, so you guys saw them, whatever, but we don't need your predecessors to see them. The people that are going to come after you, the children that are growing up right now, we don't want them to know about those stones. We don't want them to know that at one point in time we were telling y'all that we wanted to keep the population under a certain number in accordance with nature, quote unquote. All right.
Where did
But
they get that number from, though?
But
right.
that's the problem. That they number ain't got nothing to do with nature. What they doing is pushing they open penal code on indigenous peoples. Because I'm gonna tell you, remember you were asking earlier, Like, why would they give up their uterus? Okay, as a woman that's been through the medical system, the first thing to tell you is you got fibroids, and the best thing to do is give up your uterus. Or we didn't have a slew of kids, which we do, because I got 5, and I already got 6 from my oldest. I ain't even counting the other ones that's old enough to have them. Okay, so now they tried to get my daughter to get rid of hers, talking about, oh, you done. No. And this is how they get us. They, they use these, like the chief said, Chief Black Rock Gratitude. These are scare tactics that they use on the indigenous women when we go into them facilities willingly. This is why we said do not take those DNA kits. Where you think of the genetic code come from? That's what the Genome Project is all about. They needed our genetic code to fix that shit. Okay? So y'all took those DNA tests. You let them take your uteruses without willing to do self-care, self-love to yourself so you can keep our nation going. Now you helping them inadvertently with this bull. Okay? So I'm just, that's just some of it. That's just the tip of it. That it's deeper than that. But hey.
I did a video called The Desecration of Holy Places, Hysterectomies and Mastectomies. Because the same way that they desecrate our holy places on the land is the same way they desecrate the women by removing their uteruses and chopping off their mammary glands. But then they put the mammary gland on top of the mosque. And then they put the uterus in the form of the head of the Baphomet. So they can villainize the woman at every turn. I told y'all that. What you're looking at with these pods is nothing new. This is old Anunnaki technology. It's in the holy tablets. It's in the sacred tablets, the cuneiform tablets of Sumeria, when it said that they was growing the children in the birth pods. This is what they was talking about. This is how the Anunnaki was altering the genetics of the species of Earthborn that was already here by using these techniques of accelerated development, right? That's how they was able to clone using this process. And not only do they clone, they also do something called genetic diversification by moving certain things slightly out of position on the genome to have it give a different effect in what's being born. They monitor it just like this on the ships that they use for the birth maidens. If you go back to Mother Hubbard, if you go back to Inanna, these were birth maidens who overseen the pods on the ships when they was taking long galactic trips. They would grow their own avatars on the ship and jump bodies instead of die. Right? So this is what you're looking at. If there's a description of it in the Sumerian tablets, and also on YouTube, there's some sisters that did some remote viewing on early Egypt for the Farsight Institute. If you look it up, they're going to describe these same birth pods, and they're going to describe the giant praying mantis looking being that was the protector of the birth pods, right? So all this is already old technology rediscovered by modern humanity after the genetics has been altered.
That's insanity for real. That I would have to agree with Jasmine. With what we're seeing that they're doing now. That's some sick people stuff or whatever. But others obviously breaking it down. I encourage you to. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, because it's an 8-minute thing. But Ecto Life, just feel free to check out the video. It is the first world's artificial womb facility that it's already built. This is the capacity that it has. It goes into further detail, but we're not going to take it too far there or whatever. I just wanted to make sure that we introduce that into what we were talking about in regards about immaculate conception. If nobody wants to add nothing else,
One more thing.
go ahead.
Look up Cabbage Patch Kids origin,
Okay.
and look up Cabbage Patch orphans. Right. So these was children that they was growing in the laboratory back in the day.
Okay.
Right. They had a big exhibit of this at the World Fair in the 1800s. But this supposed to be new technology.
You said Cabbage Patch Kids, origins, and then you said Cabbage Patch what?
Orphans.
Oh, okay, Cabbage Orphans. Okay, I'll see if I could. Oh, okay. I'll look deeper into it because it's not giving me exact details,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll definitely look into it. But go ahead, brother. Continue, please.
Yeah. So this is old tech. They just rediscovering how to use this tech because we had a nuclear holocaust on Earth that gave us an early ice age known as a nuclear winter.
Okay.
We coming out of that ice age now, and the closing of the age just so happened to be the time that we restore all things. Right? So when we talk about Immaculate Conception, this was the cause of the war between Inanna and Enlil that started in Nibiru because she produced a male child parthogenically.
Woo!
They took away the male right to rule from the Anunnaki and gave it to the Earthborn. So Enlil got pissed and launched the attack on the divine feminine, the great mother, Inanna, Isis. Whoever sit on the Isis seat, the wife of the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh's mother. But the Pharaoh is really the woman. Because the word Pharaoh means the woman of the house. The woman is the light of the house, to be more specific.
Damn.
That's deep.
That's
That's
why
deep.
they told us it being the great lighthouse.
Oh, teach. Okay.
Right? So the woman can catalog the DNA of every man she ever slept with. And the storage place is called the Queen's Chamber in her brain.
Is that why those pharaohs be looking so feminine?
Probably because they turned the men into the women into men in order to conceal the rulership of the women.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Everything is designed to feminize the men, masculize the woman, underline the divine masculine and feminine by not allowing it to manifest by the laws of nature. But we was put here to become our best self so we could be the best mate for our mates.
Okay.
And contrary to popular opinion, every dude be thinking he pick his woman, he don't pick her, your mama pick her. She just used your heart chakra to find her.
Mm. Damn.
Facts. 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 Facts.
Okay, Rod, do you think do you think Aleister Crowley was verbatim when he said um, learn everything backwards?
Yeah, he was telling you that they flip everything on you. So if
But
you don't learn how to flip it back, you can't see what they telling you.
everything is like pretty broad. you know.
Yeah, they use everything that we already do against us. We already do a whole lot of shit.
And then at the end of learning it, you said you didn't want to go through that shit no more. So
Mm-mm.
now you got to start over. Anyway, if you want to do something with yourself.
Damn.
I don't
Yeah,
mean I gotta like it.
right. Well, definitely.
Ain't
Well,
no, it ain't nowhere in the rule book that say as I go through my development, I supposed to like it.
That's right.
I can get mad about this shit, kick my toe on the motherfucking corner of the bed, and, stub my toe.
Hell no.
I can be mad about this shit. Long as I get the job done, that's all that matters.
yeah, most definitely. So let's keep in mind now, just to go on to the next one. Let's keep in mind what we found. And remember, rain means kidney. All right, the rain in reindeer means kidney. Now, when we're looking at the word kidneys, the ren in children, all right, children is the Latin word for kidneys, name of a precious stone. We also find the word kid within the word kidney, and the Swedish ren, that means clean, clear, pure, which obviously connects in the language web with the German rain and the Dutch rain, pure, virgin, clean, and chaste. The kidneys obviously also help our biology cleanse everything, which makes it clean, clear, and pure. So we see this purity concept that we find within the concept of ren, since we have the word children, because we already know that the rain deer, the rain also means kidney, as well as the ren in children. And I know a lot of people. What did I hit the? This is, well, the ren in children is the reason why you have renal. When you're talking about the renal glands, it says of or pertaining to the kidneys. All right. Everything else, I mean, you could go ahead and read it on your own. Press pause and read the rest of the whatever or whatever. But the point is that the renal or the ren, it pertains to the kidneys. All right. As with the whole children, all right. Why the kidneys? Because a child is pure. It's not, it hasn't been touched yet. It's still in this virginity state. All right. So we have the child plus ren equals children, and the kid plus knee equals the kidney. All right. Looking forward, we have the reincarnation. All right. The reincarnation, because we're in a cycle. We're stuck in a cycle. All right. And we're steady coming back over and over, and we're not accomplishing what we came to accomplish in the first place. But before that, did anybody wanted to add anything about the kidneys?
Go back a couple slides.
Back,
One more. Okay, the word reindeer right here,
right?
it's also a code. The
Okay.
the reign also means rulership of something. And the deer is the what you call zoo type for the elk lodge, which is the Elks clan, those whose totem animal is the elk,
Mm.
right? So this is the rulership off the elk lodge comes at the cycle of the new solstice. So it's telling you a particular lodge.
Really?
And then you have the reindeer right there, that's the parody of Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. And the Rudolph is the Randolph is the black girl matching.
Okay.
So she surfaces once again to get her point across. Y'all niggas gonna learn y'all something today.
Today. Okay.
Most definitely. That for those that didn't hear in the
You gonna
background,
learn today.
Oh shit.
Yes.
but absolutely, going back to the one that we was in. with the kidneys. All right. If nobody wants to add anything else, I'm gonna go
If
to.
you see those kidneys, they look like the early stages, the fetal development of a set of twins.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because when they go through the first stage, they look like a butter bean,
Oh, I see what you're. Holy shit.
right? So the the kidneys are the purifier of the blood. It's a filter, right? And the urine comes out sterile,
Facts.
but when it's exposed to the light, the uric acid converts into ammonium, which contaminates the urine,
Facts. Facts.
right? But as long as it's in the bladder, straight from the kidneys, it's purified, right? So this is when you talking about um, the need of a precious stone, talking about a kidney stone. We also find word kid with the word kidney. Kid meaning the baby goat who's going to grow up to be the great Baphomet. The Baphomet symbol is the goat head, which is also the symbol of the uterus, right? And then it says obvious connection to language web with the German reign. And the German reign was the Reich. In the reign of the Reich, the Fourth Reich was the unknown Reich, Operation